Blade Runner 2049. Went to see it yesterday with a friend of mine. My thoughts on the movie. Fucking, my beard looks like the hair around a bear's asshole. Sorry. I got my coffee though, so I'm energetic. I feel like my head's on tight now. It's on right. It's on correctly. My hat's not though. Fucking douche. 2049 Blade Runner. What did I think about this movie? All right, here's what I liked about it. First of all, the visuals, stunning, absolutely amazing. It reminded me of the feel of it. Reminded me of this fucking truck's beeping. I didn't even realize that. Hold on, my seatbelt shit. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I need some air pressure in that one tire, that back left one. It's one of these kids is doing his own thing. I just went to the gas station to get air, and there was a line fucking down the street of everybody getting air. Then I was like, well, fuck it, I'll get gas first and then get air. I got gas first, which took me a while. I went and played the lottery and all kind of shit. And then I go to get in line for air, and it doubled. I mean, there was 15 cars in line for air. I'm like, what is it, air day? I think it's the temperature. I'm telling you, it's hot as balls right now for no fuck. Well, it's actually 75 outside. It's hot in this truck. Let the windows up. But I mean, it should be snowing now in this region. What was I talking about? Blade Runner. So the visuals remind me of, what was that one with Scarlett Johansson? The anime shit. Ghost in the Shell. Which I'm a fan of. I did a review of that on the podcast. But the feel of this, like, future, like, dystopian future. Not dystopian. That's wrong. This, overpopulated, crazy, techno future. That looks like, basically, Tokyo now, but, like, times a million and way in the future. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen more, like, awesome visuals in a movie. There were parts where, like, they just had Jake Gyllenhaal, not Jake Gyllenhaal, what's that dude's name? Christopher Swanson. What is that dude's name? Ryan Gosling. I remember specifically, there was like a shot of like he wore this fucking jacket the whole time. And there was a shot of the jacket and like it was laying there, or maybe it was just a shot of him from the side or something. I don't know, but like he had like a fur collar on it. And they just like stuck on it for a second. And I was like, wow, that's the most amazing shot of a fur collar I've ever seen in my life. The cinematography, the filmation, the cinema filmography of it is some of the best I've ever seen in my life. Insanely, mind-blowingly awesome visuals in this movie. No doubt about it. Just, I mean, perfection. It's awesome. I mean, the dust, everything is like a fucking smogged out, crazy, like, just junk everywhere, like giant light holograms, future screens everywhere. They knocked it out of the park with that. So that's one thing that I love. One positive for the movie. What's another positive? Fucking Ana de Armas. She's so fine that it's like every time she was on the screen, my friend next to me, you like see him like moving, like there was just, you could just like hear all the all the boners popping in the fucking theater. Sorry, that was too much. Ana de Armas is fine as hell. She's like trophy wife, dream girl shit. Just this little perfect, just tiny little pixie of a Latin sex doll. I don't know. She's dope. But yeah, she's. I mean, everything I've seen her in, she's really good and hot as fuck. I need to brush my eyebrows. Sorry for the vulgar language. Not safe for work. What else about the movie that I like? The chick who played what's that dude's name? The dude from 30 Seconds to Mars who played the Joker, Will Ferrell. Jimmy Carson. He was the Joker. 30 Seconds to Mars, dude. My brain is still not on right because I'm just tired. What the fuck is his name? Anyway, that dude, Jared Leto. Jared Leto. What was I saying about him? Oh, he plays like the big bad guy. Not the big bad, but well, he plays a big role, and he has a personal assistant who's like an assassin, and she's like this elegant. The characters is what I'll say. She was awesome, is what I'm getting at. Jared Leto's, his name was Wallace in the movie. His assistant is this brunette woman who is like a cyborg killer, and she was awesome as fuck in the movie. All the characters in the movie are awesome. Harrison Ford, Jared Leto, the acting's great, the visuals are great, the characters are great, the acting's good, the visuals are fantastic. The visuals are out of this world. The second best visuals I've seen of this year. The second movie that I've seen this year whose visuals were awesome. The other one was King Arthur. People talk shit on King Arthur. King Arthur is a beautiful looking movie. I did a full review of that on the podcast. You should check it out. Things that I didn't like. The movie's long as fuck for no reason at all. Like, it's so long that I'm like looking at my watch like, what? I gotta go. They need to get on with it. The movie's way too fucking long, and I believe a lot of it was just to like try to create a mood, and B, to let you soak in the visuals. Like I said, that they went in tight on his collar at one point on his jacket and like sat there for a minute, just like. They let you just soak it in. And there was a lot of that. There was like way too much of that. And it's like the shit was already, it was beautiful. The movie's beautiful. They didn't need to drag it on to pound it in our heads on how beautiful it was. People's attention spans are not that long. That wasn't for me. That was from my friend who I went with yesterday. He said, yeah, they could have cut the movie in half because people's attention spans, I was bored. I was very bored a lot of the time. I was like, come on. Which brings me to the next point, which is that the story of the movie, they drug it out way too long. They needed to fucking get to it. The point of the storytelling element of the movie was just not, it wasn't paced well. It was like, I don't even care anymore. Like, all right, well, I guess I'm just looking at shit. And oh, wow, look at that. That was awesome. Fucking damn, look at that. Wait a minute. Oh, he had a daughter? Yeah, whatever. Check that shit out. Whoa, look at, and they drug it out so much with the visuals that you start to not give a fuck about the movie. Another thing that I want to point out is Dave Bautista. I like to see that dude in anything that he's in. Bravo, Dave Bautista, for making a transition from wrestling to MMA to acting. That dude is just a winner. I mean, everything I've seen him in acting, he brings it 1,000%, and I enjoy watching that dude. He was excellent in this movie. He was right in the beginning. Damn, he was good. He was so good. Looking forward to seeing him in more stuff. But back to the movie, the negative elements. The sound design. I did not appreciate the sound design. I understand what they were going for. It was to kind of put you in it was to make you feel the movie, to put you into the damn shit that, I know what they were doing. I didn't like it. I thought King Arthur did a way better job of that than this movie, and people talk shit on the King Arthur stuff. The sound design didn't work for me. It was just too loud all the time. Boom, just weird shit. I didn't appreciate it. I was like, what the fuck? Turn it down. It was too much. The story was just cryptic. Everybody spoke in like poems. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I get it. It was supposed to be deep and you have to think about it. But nobody talks to each other like that. Jared Leto's character, I get it. He spoke like a fucking weirdo because he was a weirdo. He was a super genius. Excuse me. He was a super genius dude who basically took over the world. So he was, somebody with that kind of juice is going to be weird as hell. Him, sure. I get it. Everything was... He's way smarter than everybody. But everybody else who was talking, that shit was unnecessary. You ever feel like your eyebrows are moving? Like, I feel like individual eyebrow hairs, like, do shit like that. Like, they'll be sitting still and then one will just go, ah. It's a good movie. You should go see it. But be prepared to be bored for half of it. So it's almost 3 hours long. It could have been an hour and a half and been fucking phenomenal if they cut down the poetry dialogue and shit and the still shots of background and stuff that was just unnecessary. What else? I'd say go check it out. I don't ever want to see it again. Like, there are parts of it that I want to see again, but I wouldn't want to sit through the movie to see those parts. I'm not vain. It's just that my beard is an asshole. And so I put a perm in it yesterday to try to soften. Like, literally, my beard... if I take a paper towel and rub, if I wet my face and then go to dry it with a paper towel and I go across my beard, it shreds the paper towel. That's how coarse and like an asshole my beard is. So I put a perm in it yesterday. So I'm just trying to brush it now and train it like to lay down and not be a Brillo pad. And I mean, it got about 10% softer. It really didn't. The perm didn't work. You're not even supposed to put that shit on your face. And I put it on for like way longer than the suggested time that you're supposed to put it on your head. And the shit barely worked. My hair is sandpaper. So, in conclusion, what else? Is there anything else I want to say about this movie? It was way too long. The acting was good. Mostly. I don't know, there were some parts with Ryan Gosling where he was just like sitting there and then like he was sitting there like with a plain face and then he just sits there and he just goes and like a tear comes down his face and it's just like, okay. That would be a movie that'd be good to just have on in the background, like when you have company over or something, and people walk past the TV like, what is that? Like, oh, that's Blade Runner. Damn, holy shit, the future looks fucked up. I don't know. I might end up fucking buying it on Blu-ray just because it's pretty. The movie's pretty. I don't know who the director was. It was like somebody Villeneuve or something. I should know these things. So it was somebody I never heard of. But I think it had like Ridley Scott or somebody else like in it too. Like it may have been like co-directors or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good movie. Go see it.